Hey there, survivors. Welcome back to the channel, The Pradeep Place, where we don't just play games, we feel them. Each week, we explore worlds that challenge us, move us, and occasionally make us question why we ever play on grounded mode. Today, we step into the storm, the heartbreak, the vengeance, and the silence of The Last of Us Part 2. In a world reclaimed by nature and consumed by vengeance, love and loss are the only things that remain. 5 years after the outbreak, Ellie and Joel live in fragile peace. A quiet community, laughter, and little hope left in the ashes. But peace doesn't last long. When everything she loves is taken, Ellie's world burns to ash. She heads to Seattle, a city drowning in rain and regret, a maze of pain where every turn asks, how far will you go before you lose yourself? Also, who designed this apocalypse weather? Rains 24 by 7, zero sunlight. Ellie deserves at least one good hair day. But this story isn't just hers. Enter Abby, the face of Ellie's vengeance and her reflection. Through Abby, we see the other side that revenge feels righteous until you see yourself through someone else's eyes. In the end, Ellie doesn't find peace, she finds silence. When the world ends, what's left of us isn't what we have lost, it's what we have learned to forgive. Every step Ellie takes is heavier than the last. Each street she walks is haunted by memories of what was and reminders of the cost of her choices. Her rage drives her forward, but her heart carries the weight of what she might lose. In this city of shadows and ruins, no one escapes the consequences of their actions. And yet, somehow, through all this chaos, Ellie still manages to trip over debris like it's part of the apocalypse tutorial. Classic. And then comes confrontation. The moment that forces Ellie to face not just her enemy, but herself. It's here she sees the full weight of her revenge and the emptiness it leaves behind. In the quiet that follows, she realizes that surviving isn't about victory. It's about understanding, and sometimes understanding is more difficult than any battle. And in that moment, the world doesn't change, but Ellie does. And through her choices, we are reminded that even in a broken world, there is space for growth, for reflection, for hope. After every fight, every decision, every loss, Ellie is left with something quieter. The weight of knowing that choices, no matter how justified, leave a mark. She sees that vengeance doesn't bring peace, it only brings clarity about who we are and who we might become. And somehow, even in the darkest streets of Seattle, Ellie still manages to step on a puddle and splash herself. At least someone's keeping it real. By the end, she doesn't leave as the same person who entered Seattle. She carries the lessons, the scars, and a quiet understanding that survival isn't just about what you take, it's about what you choose to leave behind. And maybe that's the truth The Last of Us Part 2 wants us to see. That the story doesn't end when the fighting stops, it continues inside us, in the choices we make, the people we remember, and the lives we carry forward. Ellie has walked through pain, anger, and loss. Every person she's met, every choice she's made, leaves a mark on herself and on the world around her. Revenge may have driven her, but reflection guides her now. She understands that survival is not just avoiding danger, it's facing the truth of who we are and who we want to become. And yes, she still somehow manages to trip over a stray branch like the apocalypse came with a tutorial. Some habits never die. And in that quiet aftermath, Ellie takes her first true steps forward, not toward revenge, not toward anger, but toward understanding, growth, and a chance to live beyond the shadows of her past. In the quiet moments, Ellie remembers the people who shaped her journey, friends, mentors, enemies, and even those she has lost along the way. Every interaction, every choice leaves a mark, not just on her, but on those around her. She realizes that survival is more than staying alive. It's about carrying the memories, lessons, and humanity forward. It's about noticing the small acts of kindness and holding on to them when the world feels like it's falling apart. And naturally, she still has a knack for picking the one puddle big enough to soak her boots. Some habits die hard, and as she walks forward, Ellie carries more than scars. She carries understanding, she carries hope, and quietly she carries the possibility of a better path. One defined not by revenge, but by choices that matter. This is the world The Last of Us Part 2 asks us to witness that endings are never final, that survival is more than enduring, and that the echoes of our decisions live on long after the storm has passed. So, what did you take away from The Last of Us Part 2? Did it change the way you see revenge or forgiveness? And yes, after everything Ellie's been through, she probably deserves a hot shower, some dry socks, and a full month off from apocalypse duties. That's the power of this story. It doesn't hand us answers, it shows us life's complexity, the cost of choices, and the quiet hope that even in a broken world, we can grow. Thanks for watching. If you love this deep dive, hit like, subscribe, and join our journey through the worlds that move us. Bye bye. Take care.